Hi YouTube, I'm s&djr, and this is part 3 of my mini-series on DCC. Now I've covered from the basics, comparing DCC to DC, low-code lighting, it's all there. The last thing I need to do is the controller. Now in this case I'm using a Hornby Select DCC. There are other options. Bachmann do one, I think it's the EZ controls. Hornby also do one called the Elite, which is got a few more functions on it. It's got a second control wheel, things like that. So I'm going to cover just a few basic areas with locos and stuff, and what sort of thing you can do with them. Now this is the only DCC fitted loco I've got. All the other ones need to be fitted. So yeah, I'm going to use this one. Now, when it comes to DCC, it's very simple. Once your program once your loco, I'm going to say, is programmed and selected, it's just a matter of pushing a button and twisting the controls. It's as simple as that. So that's the same as DC, which just makes it nice and simple. Now, what you need to do, obviously when you buy a brand new loco, is program the controller to the loco. Now, before I do that, I'll just say, if you want to, then please check out my other 2 videos on this mini-series. And on there I actually show you how DCC works, and compared to DC, and you can sort of get a good overview of what you want your layout to be. So anyway, back to this. So programming a loco. Now the number 1 rule is you've got to make sure that the loco you want to program is the only loco on the track. Now, as DCC makes the whole track live, is what most people do. Is they leave all the locos on the track, and then they have another piece of track that you can connect your controller to that is isolated from the rest of the layout. So you can just put the one new loco on that one piece of track, program it to all your settings, and then you're away. It just saves you a bit of time. Sorry about that. Saves you a bit of time. So yeah, so programming a loco. Now, when you first turn on your controller, it automatically goes to loco number 3. That's what it's set to do. So from here, if I want to choose loco number 1, which is obviously my little 060 piano loco, it's just a matter of pressing 1, select, and now I can bring it back, and there you go. That is now my loco selected, number 1. So that's as easy as that, and then obviously you've got your controls and your direction buttons. Now, if you want to program the loco, the loco will come from the factory to you set at number 3. So if you just turn the controller, it all will work. But if you've got lots more locos you want to program individually, is what you do is you press and hold the select button. LA will turn up. You choose your loco number and press select. Now the red light flashes, and when it goes out, your loco is now ready to move. Now other functions you can do on this, you can increase and decrease, or you can change the acceleration and deceleration rate. You can control lights on the loco as well as lights on the track. You can control point motors. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, but I'm obviously going over the basics for the loco. Now, so yeah, I just said a second ago, I want to alter the acceleration and deceleration of my loco. So to do this, which is quite nice, because at the moment, I'll just show you what happens. Right, there's nothing. That's full throttle. It took about a second or so to get there, and reverse. And when I stop reverse now, you see that little movement there. I'm going to alter that. So, for instance, if I want the train to stop instantly, you can do that. If you want it to sort of gradually come to a halt, you can do that as well. So to do this, you have to press function, and then either acceleration, which would be on this left-hand arrow, or deceleration on the right-hand arrow. I'm going to affect the deceleration. So press and hold both of them for 1 second. Then this comes up, then you can choose how long you want it to decelerate, 6 seconds. Then press select, your red button flashes, and then when it's out, you can now affect the loco. So let's go the other way first, I think. There we go. Right, again, full throttle and no throttle. And you now quite clearly saw that instead of it going from here to here, it's gone from here way off screen. Which is one thing which you can affect. You can do the same with the acceleration. Now I'm just going to redo that and change it back to what it was. So function and arrow. 1 second, select. Red light, programmed, and we are now programmed back. So yeah, if you want to add further, sort of adding more locos, you do exactly the same as adding the first one, but you just change the number. It is just as simple as that, which makes it nice and easy to use, which is always nice. Other things you can do, if you want to run multiple joint locos, for instance, if I wanted to run another one of these on the back, it is possible to do that. Again, you have to isolate the track, and as all you do is you select, put both trains on the track, and then you just select exactly the same, hold to the select button, choose a number, select again when the red light goes out. Now when that happens, the controller will also change their acceleration, deceleration to the same, and all the lighting and anything like that, which means you'll be able to pull sort of you'll be able to pull trains. You'll be able to pull trains without the problem of like locos pulling themselves apart or slowing down, which is quite nice. Now, if you wish to run multiple locos at the same time, then, for instance, if I wanted to run this one here on this side of the track, and another one behind me on the other side of the track, but they're two separate numbers, you just have to press 1 and then select and then turn the control thing. And then it's as simple as just pressing 2 and then select and then control and then turning it. Which means now you'll have two locos running at the same time. But if you want to change back to the other loco, for instance you want to go back from loco number 2, which you are currently controlling, to loco number 1, just select number 1 and select and you're back control number 1. So it's really, really nice and simple to use. Controller's quite nice. So yeah, I'm going to move on to actually onto the sort of the layout of the design. That's one thing. You can triple head as well. I forgot to say that. If you wish to triple head on the same, it's the exact same as double heading, but you just stick another loco on. It's also possible to add sort of sound controls and things like that. And that's just a matter of pressing the function button and then one of these numbers to choose which control, and then that sets it for that loco. And then if you want to do it during the layout, it's just a matter of pressing function, number, select, and it will choose that. It's quite simple. Yeah, I'm using a little booklet. Let's find the front cover. There it is. To help me with my DCC controller. Now this comes, if you buy a new controller or one in the box, you should get a manual with this. If you don't get one, then I will leave a link at the bottom of the page, at the bottom of the description, and you'll be able to print this one off. I think it was a PDF file, so yeah. Very useful just to have it. If you do have sort of problems, I actually think that's everything I need to say about the controller, how you control locos simply. But I'm just going to, as I said, I'm going to move on to the layout. The controller is very nice. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's a bit plasticky. It's the only thing I'd say about it. But how much was it? I paid £36 or something for this, second hand, and it works fine. So I'm not really going to complain. I think new they're about £50, and the Elite controller is about £100. So you have to choose which one you want to use. So yeah, so the actual design of it. Now you've got your LCD display up here, which obviously tells you which loco you number, which function, things like that. Moving across, you've got your emergency stop button. Press that and the loco will come to an instant stop. Here we go. EZ, it comes up with ES, sorry, and the loco stops. If you're going to have a collision or anything, you just press that there, take your control down, and then